Hi everyone, it's Cherie from Paper Pieces and Leftovers, and this is the final addition to the Frightful Family from TreasureBoxDesigns.com, and this is Lurch. I imported him at 8.25 width, and it auto-adjusted the height to 9.063. So after dry piecing everything, meaning that everything's just stacked, the pants and the little cufflings to the top of the pants as you see, and then the shirts over to the right, the shoes, the head and hair, the nose, those I just group them and I make sure that I have all of my pieces and also that I'm going to glue them in the correct order. I went ahead and glued the little cuffs onto the pants, and now I'm doing the soles to the shoes. I will then glue the shoes to the pants. That way they're out of the way. I can set them to the side, and then I'll work on the shirt. I have already done the eyes and the eyelashes. I actually did those before I got COVID, and these little guys have sat in buckets for 2 weeks now. I had the flu and then COVID, I should say. Sorry about the raspy voice. I know I just recorded 3 other videos. My voice was more clear, but it comes and goes from coughing. Now, I didn't use the standard black because I did not want it so dark that you couldn't see any definition. So I mostly used the color graphite from American Cardstock, textured, and I inked it with black ink around the edges. Now that his pants and shoes are done, let's work on the shirt. So the base of the shirt has the sleeves on it, and then the white portion of the shirt is going to get glued on top. I put his neck, the peach colored cardstock, I think it's shrimp. Anyhow, whichever color you choose to use or have on hand, I put that in between the white and the top most piece of the coat. That way his head isn't so far sunk back trying to get it to attach to the neck. And so it can also rest on the top of the collar. The reason the white portion of my shirt was darkened around the edges is I took my ink and went around because I didn't want to be able to see the white shirt behind the gray suit. Now these are the little, not the tails, the collar, I don't know, the flaps, there you go. And I'm going to glue these on before I glue the other portions to this on top. This is just my silicone tip tool, and it lets me pick up the excess glue. I don't know why I was out of frame. Oh, I think I was just showing there that the bottom was the only part that I did not ink. And that's because that's the only part that shows. So if you want to hide the white behind the suit, go ahead and ink the edges, but just not that portion. And also because I record sideways on the camera, and then once I put it into the program to digitally edit it, I have to rotate it. So I think I lose a little bit of visual area, but that's okay. After I got the little flaps on, I then put the top white portion, the small piece, onto the shirt. And I'm actually using real buttons that I got from Hobby Lobby. They're over by the fabric in little packs. I have multiple sizes. If you go on Amazon, you can look up micro buttons, and they'll come up in packs from, I believe, Buttons Galore. It's a third-party vendor through Amazon, but it works. Also, sometimes Joann's does carry them. In the back of my Joann's here in California, they have 2 huge aisles of nothing but buttons and button shapes. And I found the micro buttons there. I am using art glitter glue to glue this down. I'm cleaning the glue that came up in between the little holes. I put it on my hand, forgetting that, my hand's a little mushy, so it went right down into the skin and the glue came up between the holes, but it'll dry clear, so it didn't really matter. I just didn't want the buttons to lose the shininess. So after you get all that on, you're going to go ahead and glue the arms behind his suit. The video is sped up. There's one of my containers of buttons, the glass jars from Hobby Lobby, just in case you're wondering. They go in my dream box perfectly. The video is sped up, just that way then you don't have to suffer through listening to, I think I was watching Golden Girls while I was piecing. It just reminds me of my grandmother, and since I grew up watching them, it makes piecing just aimlessly easy for me. So after you get, he's so tall, the shirt glued together, then you can attach it to the pants, and now we'll attach his head and his hair. There is 2 parts to his head. I'm going to glue the top portion down. You can see my little sticky mark of Cosmic Shimmer because I use it to hold the hair and the head in place when I trace the eyes. I am ensuring that all my edges were even, and now we're going to attach his hair and attach his hair to his body, and he is finished. This set came out so cute. It went together pretty easy. I recommend dry piecing all of your pieces before you attempt to glue them together, as it does cut down mistakes. Mistakes are pretty easy to fix in most cases, but art glitter glue is very, very permanent with not much for forgiveness. So for videos, I try to dry piece prior just to show you guys, and that's usually what I do, but sometimes I get ahead of myself thinking I already know, and that's when I mess up my pieces. Here I am getting a piece of scrap paper like I did on the previous ones because there is no base, no body that you build up your pieces onto, and I want to ensure that if I do sell this or ship it anywhere, his head's not going to fall off or bend where, you know, he's nodding at you as soon as he comes out. You don't have to do this. This is just me, but have a good day and thanks for watching.